I am your coach. Most importantly, I'm your friend, Dr. Ellis. Thanks for being here today at PepTalk, where we have a lunch and learn, where we feed the stomach, but also feed the mind, which esoterically is the stomach, where all the information comes in, just like your stomach. All the information, all the food comes in. So thank you for being here at high noon on Tuesday. Roughly, what's it, April 20th? Yeah, April 20th. So thank you for being here. Hey, one quick heads up. Thank you guys for joining. Keep joining. Keep having folks subscribe. Keep sharing it, whether it be Facebook Live or whatever the case may be, with family and friends all over the country, saying tune in for your coaching session. Starting next week, we'll be just going to one show being on Wednesdays at noon. So Wednesdays at noon, we'll be doing Pep Talk. It's no longer Tuesdays, no longer Thursdays, but just noon on Wednesday, all right? And then those can also follow me on Wednesday at 7 p.m. for our Empower the People Bible study. That's roughly about 45 minutes on 7 p.m. on Wednesday. So Wednesday, you'll get half an hour of coaching session, and then you'll get a 45 minutes of teaching for Empower the People Bible study at 7 p.m. So I'll be seeing you at 12 o'clock and 7 p.m. on Wednesday. So you'll get like a double portion. How about that? You'll get a double portion of Dr. Ellis. All right. Today I just want to focus on today, and if I can get to on Thursday, be our last Thursday as well, will be the importance of the power of learning. The importance of power of learning. So I want to get to that today. It's amazing how we make sure we push the kids through grade school to go to school. What do I need to go to school for? Well, you go to school to learn. So for what? And so we push them to go regardless, but once we get past high school and for those who move on toward college, it's amazing how we stop learning. We stop learning. And learning is just vital and mandatory towards our growth. At the end of the day, it's mandatory. But the learning I'm referring to is the learning of whatever that skill you may be trying to attain, that life you may be trying to attain, that goal that you want to attain. And then you have to learn for that. So I want to get down to some little taglines I wrote, and then get down to some scripture, because I believe in the day the scripture is foundational. You can't build a house unless you have a solid foundation. Scripture is timeless. It's eternal at the end of the day. And it's been tested, tried, and proven. All right? So we're going to focus on learning. Are you learning? If you're not learning, then you're not growing. And that's the whole part that God told man he wants you to be fruitful and to multiply, to bear much fruit. I need you to grow. And we continue to grow once we continue to learn. Like, oh, yeah, I understand that. Oh, I didn't know that. See how I'm getting bigger and bigger and better and better. So one tagline I wrote was that the more you learn, the more you earn. The more you learn, the more you earn. Here's why. Some people say, well, I need to go out and find 2 jobs and 3 jobs, two part-time jobs or 3 part-time jobs. And actually, you don't need another job. You just need another skill. You need a skill that'll pay you twice as much as those 2 part-time jobs. That's all. So it goes with your learning. Jesus said that he that has an ear, let him hear, and he that has an eye, let him see. What was he saying? He that has an ear, let him hear better so he can learn better. He that has an ear, let him observe and see things so he can learn more. It was about growth. That's what he was saying at the end of the day. He that has an ear, let him hear. Let him hear instructions. Let him hear information. Let him hear those things that will benefit his life. He that has eyes, let him see how one is doing. Let him see how one is accomplishing. Let him see and observe and study. Also wrote down that getting rich is largely built on dreams and habits, and these things can be learned. So getting rich is built on decisions and habits. Decisions and habits. You've heard me say, if you've been following me for any amount of time, at the end of the day, that you can have it, Haveit, if you're willing to develop the habit, Habit. You can have it if you're willing to develop the habit. It's the habits and the disciplines that will allow you to have whatever you so desire. And through those habits, you develop again what you're able to be, to do, and to have. So you can have it, but your disciplines is what allow you to be it. Once you be it, then you'll do what needs to be done. And once you do those things, you'll be able to have those things. All right? So let me give you a scripture here. 2 Timothy 2:15 says, study to show thyself approved unto God, a workman that needed not to be ashamed. Study to show thyself approved. Now, so it's the studying that approves you for whatever lifestyle, whatever pay that you so desire in life. It's through your studying at the end of the day. No more than kids going to grade school, that you have them do their homework and they study for tests. And you'll be tested throughout life, and that will show if you've been studying. Studying also prepares you for things. It prepares. And the better prepared you are, the better you'll be able to handle the situation and pass the test. Where there's tests, there's promotion. So we got to get excited about the test, because the test is simply a sign, if you will, that the promotion is right around the corner. All right? So you got to continue to study. What are you studying? What are you studying? What are you studying to be, to do, and to have? What are you studying? What are you studying? Day in and day out. It's those habits, it's those disciplines that allows you to have whatever you so desire. All right? Proverbs 24:30-33 says, I went by the field of the lazy man, and by the vineyard of the man devoid of understanding. And there was all grown with thorns. Its surface was covered with nettles. Its stone wall was broken down. When I saw it, I considered it well. I looked upon it and received instructions. A little sleep, a little slumber, a little folding of the hands to rest. There's certain words that he used that got my attention. One was, I went by the field of the lazy man, and by the vineyard of the man devoid of understanding. He said, I went by a field, and then I saw that it was all horrible and chaos, because I clearly saw that whoever owned this lacked understanding. They lacked understanding. He said, I saw this. So that's what, again, Jesus says, he who has eyes, let him see. See that there's certain things you can get from folks just by watching their life. You can get without having to say anything. He never said he met the man. He said, but whoever owns this is clearly a man who lacks understanding. And we know Solomon also writes that in all thy getting, get an understanding. He said, and that was all overgrown with thorns, and surface was covered with nettles. Its stone wall was broken down. When I saw it, I considered it well. I considered it well. Not well that things was messed up, but I considered to say, if this is not what I want my life to look like, this is not what I want my business to look like, this is not what I want my home to look like, my marriage to look like, so forth and so on, then I need to take heed. I need to take heed. That's what he's doing. He's taking heed. And he says, I looked upon it and I received instructions. Instructions. If you want to put anything together, once you purchase something, whether it be a bookshelf, whether it be putting together anything you purchase from the store, Lord knows if you buy anything from IKEA, you got to put it all together in a box. And yet it comes with instructions. Instructions at the end of the day is what makes your life a whole lot better. It's receiving instructions. So I want to give you some synonyms today of learning. The word learn means to acquire, to study, to experience or master knowledge, information, or a skill. I'll read that again. To learn is to acquire, to study, to experience, or master knowledge, information, or a skill. Take your pick. Are you studying anything? Have you experienced anything? Even if you went through, say, oh my God, I went through a tough time in my life, 4 months ago, 6 months ago, a year ago? Did you go back and study it? Did you go back and study it? Because there's a reason why you went through that. You went through that to learn. You went through that to learn. So you got to understand that you would not have went through that experience if it wasn't something in there for you to learn. Just don't go through it to go through it. Go through it to learn and gain more information that you may master some knowledge. It says, oh, yeah, I see that. As Solomon says, I looked at it, I considered it well, and I received instructions. Whatever it may be, whether it be a loss, or rather it be a bad relationship, whether it be mismanaging finances, whatever the case may be, have you went back and looked at it and studied it, watched it, analyzed it, and said, I see my problem. I see my issue. I see my challenge. I didn't see that. Or did I make a decision that I didn't get all the information, all the facts together? Or did I make a decision based on my feelings? Did I make a long-term decision based on short-term remedies? He said, I considered it well. It's like, okay, I see my issue. I see where I messed up. I see where I had fallen short. So you're going back to that. Now, if you go back to study it, whatever the case may be, like I said, a week ago, 6 months ago, a year ago, whatever the case may be, and look back, you'll be able to learn a lot from that. And then you'll discover some new stuff. You got to go back. And if you go back, you'll discover some new stuff. And discover means to find or become aware of something new. You can find something new in something old. In other words, it's like going in your closet and going through all the old clothes that you cannot wear anymore, or that you don't wear anymore. Whether you cannot wear them anymore due to the fact you've gotten bigger or smaller, or the fact that they're outdated, or they're ripped or torn, or whatever the case may be. You see what I'm saying? You remove those. Going through old stuff. Watch this. But going through the old stuff, you will discover some new stuff. Some new stuff. Like, I didn't realize I still had this. You know what? These still kind of fit. I can put this with that. Discover a whole new outfit. Or just going through everything, goes, this doesn't fit, this doesn't fit. I've tried everything on, and I'm going to get rid of all of this. All right? And all of a sudden, now I got new space in my closet. I got new space in my dresser drawers. I got space now. Just by going over something old, I've created and discovered something new. Got it? Or let's say it's some stuff that I spent a lot of money on at the end of the day, and I can't wear this stuff anymore because it's just too tight. Maybe I've discovered now, you know what? I need to start working out. I need to start doing some things. See what I'm saying? So you'll discover some things just by studying over some old stuff. I didn't say get caught in your old. I didn't say get caught in your past. I said go back and study it. That's all. And you can find some pearls in those fields if you go back and study. And you'll discover some new stuff. Not only through that, but you can also develop understanding. Remember, he says that I saw was a man devoid of understanding. So understand. Understand is simply to perceive information, to sort through information that you must or can group. All right? So to perceive information, to sort through information, you need that you can group. So understanding. So now that I've went through my old stuff and I've discovered some new stuff, now I understand where I went wrong, but also what I must do. Wow. So now I've received what's called correction. I've received correction now. I've received instruction now on what I must do just by studying. Why did I lose this? Why did I buy this? Why did I? Just going back over that. That's how you continue to learn. Just by going back over it. Have you went back and studied and reviewed it? No, I haven't. Even an old relationship, where did I go wrong? Where did I go wrong? It was initially doing this? Was it initially not asking for this? Was it initially not discussing this? Was it initially not putting my expectations up front? What was it? All right. So discover, understand. To comprehend, I like to comprehend. To comprehend is to mentally understand or group information. You ever talk to someone, they say, you understand what I'm saying? Yeah. No, they don't comprehend at all. You need that comprehension. You not know, even when it comes to insurance, there's called comprehension insurance at the end of the day. So you have damages, you have liability, and then you have comprehension. The comprehension is when something happened to you that wasn't your fault. Comprehension, that you've damaged something else. That's a comprehension. So a lot of times we miss the comprehension and say, okay, why did this happen to me? I need you to go back and comprehend that. That's what it's called, comprehend, to mentally understand or to group information. And then from that, we get what's called master. And the master is to become proficient, highly skilled, or can expect at a skill or subject. To become proficient, highly skilled, or an expert, shall I say, at a skilled or subject. You've heard the old sayings, a jack of all trades and master of none. You don't have to be a master of everything, but at least find one thing. What is one thing that you study enough and you become so proficient at that you're highly skilled at doing? What is that one thing? You don't need a lot of things. You just need one thing. I think we all try to do a lot of things. I'm good at this, 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 I'm good at that. At the end of the day, people are going to pay you for what you become highly skilled at, that you become a master at. You have master plumbers, master electricians. You have people who are professional this and professional that. They become masters at their skill set. What is that one thing you've mastered? Or do you just have a job? I said you can lose your job, but you can't lose what you've mastered. See, that which you've mastered will always create an opportunity for you because you're a master at it. You're a master at it. Kind of remind me of watching some Chinese kung fu movies. And all the pupils would say, master, 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 oh, teacher, teacher. Right, because this is the one who have mastered one skill set that's able to teach others. What is that master skill set that you have? Once you develop that master skill set, you don't have to ever worry about having a job because you'll always have your life because you've mastered a certain skill set. Don't worry about trying to be able to do everything. Become proficient and an expert at one thing. All right? And that's going to take some time. That's going to take some studying. Another word you might want to put in your hat is determine, to decide or sort through information. Determine. In the word determine, you can also come up with the word decision. Be willing to make a decision. Most folks do not want to make a decision. Shall I stay? Shall I go? Yes. No. Make a decision. Make a decision about what you want in life. Because I've realized no one's going to make a decision for you. If you're waiting for someone else to make a decision for you, you're going to be sadly disappointed. Now, at the end of the day, my rule of thumb is analyze the information, don't make it what it's not, and determine your decision based on the information you have. That's it. That's called a well-informed decision. Informed simply means information. I made the best decision based on the information I had. That's it. I'm not hoping it. I'm not helping it. I've got to make a decision, and I must determine what shall I do. All right? All right. Here's another one that we don't do often. We don't read. It's amazing that we want to talk about exercising our bodies, but we don't exercise our minds and stretch the muscle. The mind has a muscle. We must continue to read. Read things that's pertaining to where you want to go, to what you want to do, to what you want to be, to what you want to have. That's simple. People say, I don't like to read. Well, you don't like to read because you don't have a goal in mind. Now, let's say I said I was going to take you on a vacation. I'm going to take you on a vacation, and and I'm going to take you to this particular location, this particular spot. And in this, you can do anything you want. Here's all the brochures. Well, with that being said, that will now force you to read all the brochures to find out what is it you want to do. Do you want to do parasailing? Do you want to do snorkeling? Do you want to do hiking? Do you want to do some touring? Whatever that may be. See, that's all toward the vacation. No vacation, there's no need to read any of these pamphlets. Only read information that, again, that allows you to study to become an expert at what you want in life. Only read what's willing to help you be, do, and have. That's simple. I'll say it again. Only read. I'm not talking romance novels. I'm not talking about magazines being Jed and Ebony and whatever the Essence and whatever the rest of the magazines, People. I'm not talking about reading those magazines. Now, you might get lucky every now and again and find an article in there. But I'm talking about rather be on the internet. I'm talking about books. I'm talking about being part of clubs, being a part of groups that's helping you to be, do, have. Be, do, have. The minute you be it, start doing it, you'll have it. Only read that. Now, for that should give you the motivation, the stimulation, and the continuation of reading things, because now you're learning. Only read those things. So if there's magazines, if there's books, if there's podcasts to listen to, if there's messages, whatever the case may be, just like Pep Talk, read those things and become a part of those things. That's going to help you be, do, and have whatever you want in life. That's it. Now, you won't read anything if you don't have any goals in mind. You just won't. You just won't. So you got to determine what's your goal in life. And then now focus on that, study that, and then read all of the material that pertains toward that. All right? All right. Here's another one that I like to go back through in my own personal life just to make sure if I made a good decision or not. And that's review. No more to being in class. Okay, class, what we're going to do, we're going to do a quick review. Right, you're going to review over the test. Where did I pick the wrong answer? Should I do this? Why I didn't do that? Review. Do you always, reviewing is so good in life at the end of the day. Reviewing is so good. What it does, it gives a chance to see, are you getting better at taking tests? Are you getting better at making decisions? Go back and review. All right? Go back and review. So review is to examine, to study, or inspect something, again, to better understand it. That's all review is, to better understand it. Go back and look over the past relationships. Am I still picking the wrong answer? Am I still choosing the wrong thing? Am I still doing the same thing? If I continue to do the same thing, I'll continue to get the same results. So review. All right? Also memorize. Memorize is to study and think of something carefully. All right? Making sure that you make an imprint on your memory so you don't forget it. Memorize. I try to do every day. I memorize the goals and my affirmation I'm speaking day in and day out, day in and day out. I needed to meditate my heart and my mind. That's all I think about. That's all I talk about. That's the only thing that consumes me is all that I want to be, do, and have. Be, do, and have. Be, do, and have. Be, do, and have. All that I think about is what I want to be, do, and have. All I read about is what I want to be, do, and have. All the people I hang around with is what I want to be, do, and have. See what I'm saying? The things that I do is all part of me, be, do, and have. The reason I, let's say, exercise. We not only exercise is because it's part of what I want to be, what I want to do, and what I want to have. All right? I want to be healthy. I want to be happy. So as I exercise. All right, that's why I be it. And that's why I wind up doing it consistently, roughly 5 to 6 days every week. All right? It gets me going, gets me excited. It gets me full of life and zest. And then it allows me now to have a good health report. It allows me not to be on any medications, this, that, and the other. It allows me to maintain my weight, look a certain way. Those type of things to help my self-esteem, give me better posture, allow me to look well in my clothes, be, do, and have. That's all I continue to surround my life around. You continue to do the same thing. Pick your friends, associates, all those are all about, are they assisting you with you being, you're doing, you're having. And therefore, it's easy to justify who's in, who's out, what's in, what's out. Hey, man, let's do this here. If it does not consist of me being, doing, and having, it's easy to make a decision because it's all surrounded around my mission. It's all surrounded around my goals. It's all surrounded around my vision of how I see it. It's easy. So you got a lot of people like, well, I got some people in my life that I don't know, I think I should get rid of. Are they part of helping you be, do, and have? See, you hadn't sat down and reviewed it. You hadn't sat down and studied it. And you'll discover, yeah, they're not helping me be, do, and have. That's easy then. Here's your pink slip. You're out of here. It's that simple. But since you hadn't sat down and studied that, then that's where your error is going to come in at. Last one for today then. Observe. Absorb, shall I say. Absorb is to soak something up, like acquiring new information. All right? Be like a sponge. Be like a sponge. Absorb everywhere. Everywhere. That's why we have 2 eyes and 2 ears. Allow us to absorb. Always be open. Always be open. Always be open to new information. Be open to new ideas. Be open. And sometimes it could be you could be an earshot away of a conversation that's not even talking to you, but you can hear and goes, okay, right. So be open to absorb. You put a sponge in some water, it'll just take whatever that is. It just absorb it. Be willing to do just that at the end of the day. I have a saying personally that says, I don't care to be right. I just want to be right. I'll say it again. I really don't care to be right. Some people say, I just want, you want everything to be right your way. I could care less. If you have a better way of doing it, I'm all ears. Literally, I'm all ears. I don't care to be right. I just want to be right. I just want to be right. I just want my life to be right. That's it. And so I'm making my decisions. Remember, be, do, and have. I just want to be right. I just want to do right. I just want to have right. That's my mindset. So be open to absorb things from other people. All right? That just makes you more wiser. All right? A negative mindset would be, well, they think they're better than me. Well, maybe they are doing some things better than you, and you need to learn how to do things better. It's only going to better your life. That's it. That's the motto I live. So I'm never envious. I'm never jealousy. The more they have doesn't mean it takes away anything from my life. And the more I have, I don't take anything away from anybody else's life. All right? So I'll be willing to absorb things from other people, new ideas, new ways of doing things. And you'll discover at the end of the day, not only they'll be a blessing to you, but the more you learn, the more you acquire, and the more you know, the more of a blessing you'll be to other people. And that's how it works. That being the power of learning. You got to continue to learn. Doesn't matter if you're 29, 39, 49, or 59. All right? Well, according to the clock, guys, that is the end of my half an hour today with you. I wanted to make sure I gave you the full benefit of it. Do not stop learning. Find one thing you'd like to do, and then do it. One thing. Well, I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to do that. Yeah, you're not going to do all that. I'm just going to be honest with you. You're not going to do all that. Find one thing and do that one thing. Be the best at one thing. What is that one thing? No, don't say your job. Because if you're the best at your job, then you're getting paid the most that anybody can do at that job because you're the best at it. What is that? Now, I don't care what age you are. You say, well, I don't have anything that I'm really the best at. What is it you want to be the best at? Determine, decide today, and then start studying to be, to do, and to have. Your best is not based on the world's economy. It's based on your mindset and how you see things. Let him who has ears, let him hear. And let him who has eyes, let him see. All right? Anyway, I hope it's been a blessing to you today on today's Pep Talk. I look forward to, again, seeing you on Thursday. This Thursday will be our last Thursday, and then the whole show is going to every Wednesday at 12 p.m. Again, be blessed. God bless you. I love you, and have a wonderful day. Bye now.